Hello, my name is Lutz. This is a bit of lit, and I read Liu Cixin's The Dark Forest. I'm blurry. Yes. Hello. Hello, my name is Lucas. This is a bit of lit, and I read Liu Cixin's The Dark Forest, which is the second book in the what is the full title? Earth of Remembrance Past, or something like that. Anyway, it's the sequel to The Three-Body Problem, which is about Yewen Jie sending a signal out because she's quite fed up with Earth and humanity, and she sees this alien species, the Trisolarans, as an opportunity to fix the problems externally through an outside source of humanity, because she has had some terrible strife and turmoil in her life due to the Cultural Revolution of China, in that she lost her father because of it in front of her. Anyway, this follows that story. The Trisolarans at the end get the signal, and they're on their way to conquer Earth, destroy and wipe out humanity. And yeah, Yewen Jie is at the very beginning of this book. In the prologue, she talks to the new sort of main character, Luo Ji, and he has a bit of a male fantasy lifestyle in the first half of this book, because Earth, the UN, has decided they need to have an outside-of-the-box sort of plan for the aliens that are coming in 4 light years. Well, they're going to be there in 400 plus years. And so they create this group of people, the Wallfacers. And the Wallfacers are to develop plans using any resources they require, they will be given, to develop plans to deal with the alien species that's going to wipe them out. And there's 4 of them, and they all have different ideas. One wants to create sort of a mosquito swarm type thing for his Space Force to deal with them. One wants to basically bomb the ever-loving crap out of them. And one of them wants to develop the human mind in a way so that it can humans can become intelligent enough to make advancements in science, which has been locked off by the Sophons that were sent at the end of the first book, that locks off technological developments in certain respects, in theoretical physics and quantum physics and these kinds of things. And then Luo Ji, his plan is to just hang out in the place that they give him, and then he, before all this, he's with the nteenth woman. He can't remember her. He's in a hotel with her, and then he gets taken to the UN. And then after this, he tells a friend of his, when he's at this gorgeous Garden of Eden, he gets his own Eve, who he created in his mind when he had another girlfriend. And he just imagined this wonderful woman that he fell in love with, and then he told his friend, find a woman like this, and then tell her she's on a job, but actually she's here to love me. It's a little more complicated than all that, of course. But he does have sort of a male fantasy kind of life early on. And the first half of the book largely deals with within the first 20 years of creating the Wallfacers program. The ETO, the Earth Trisolaran Organization, is at it again. They are in communication with the Trisolarans to try and stop the Wallfacers. They create the Wallbreakers. They're still playing, or entering the three-body game to have Mozart and Einstein and all these people throughout history, Isaac Newton, talking to each other. Very strange, but they develop a plan called the Wallbreakers, who will expose the plans of the Wallfacers. And while I did tell you their plans, there's actually more to it, because the Wallfacers, to counteract the intelligence and scientific advantage of the Trisolarans, who transmit their thoughts constantly. Basically, they have telepathy with everybody. But they have a hard time understanding deception and lies and mistruths and this kind of thing. And they can't read the human mind. So the Wallfacers must not reveal their real secret plan. The Wallbreakers must figure out what it actually is, because they're not the Wallfacers. The Sophons that the Trisolarans sent out can spy on everything and read, computer files and whatever else, and act as a microphone and camera and all this other crazy stuff. And so the Wallbreakers, one by one, pick off the ideas of the Wallfacers and expose them. And largely they are highly criminal, crimes against humanity. Now, where this book really picks off, I was thinking it's not nearly as exciting and mind-bending as the first one until you get to, basically the second half. When you get to part 3, the Dark Forest, hopefully you can see that as we see it here. Part 3, the Dark Forest, where it's 200 years into the future. There's 2 hibernator Wallfacers left who have lost their credibility. And there's also this Space Force agent, Commander Zhang Beihai, who believes in triumphalism, that people need to believe that they're going to triumph over the aliens, rather than defeatism, where they are lost, or escapism, where they're going to lose and they should escape to another planet. It turns out his high and mighty beliefs lead him to take drastic actions and are not what we expect. He is, I think, the most interesting character until we finally come back to Luo Ji, because Zhang Beihai, there's this moment in the Dark Forest where we learn that there are these pods coming, basically, these probes coming, and the Space Force of Earth has caught them. But while he sees them coming, instead of going after them, which would have been a crime, he goes in the exact opposite direction, and you wonder what is his idea, what's his plan. I will let you read to find out. It's amazing. And it gives Luo Ji an idea with what he sees and hears about Zhang Beihai's plan. It makes him realize that the universe is a dark forest. And what a dark forest is, in this case, is that there are civilizations planted everywhere, right? And those civilizations, if they communicate, they don't know if other civilizations are benevolent or malicious. And benevolent is defined as not willing to attack, or willing to not attack, basically, and malicious, obviously, I'm going to destroy you. So it creates this level of suspicion. And basically the best thing to do is just to eradicate. And that's of course why the Trisolarans want to eliminate the Earthlings, because they can't, or humanity, they can't trust. They don't know what is going to happen. That's why they lock down technology and science and all that stuff. And with that in mind, knowing that the universe is a dark forest, having seen it on display from Zhang Beihai's actions, and with the threat of the Trisolarans coming to Earth, we have the climax, which I won't spoil. We have the whole thrust of this story, and it's really quite engaging. That's all I'm going to say. I recommend this book, especially this part. It really does make this part, which is interesting in its own right, does make this part all connect more cohesively and make you feel like, oh man, all these connections from things from before are gelling together, and this is really intelligent, and it's exciting, and it's awesome, and that's all I'm gonna say. Please read Liu Cixin's The Dark Forest. Thank you. Goodbye. Whoa, dude.